So we got 12 minutes of questions.
First of all, thank you for sharing your story. What is the biggest advice for someone who wants to make the positive life change that you have made?
So the biggest advice, I get asked that a lot, is just really to audit what you're doing in your life, what your reality is and what you do and don't like, and then make a conscious effort to make a plan and to be working towards it. I start every day. Anyone ever read the book Think and Grow Rich? So a couple people? So like the first 4 chapters are like a blueprint for manifesting finance, but you can change that word for anything you want in your life. It's a blueprint for manifesting. And so part of my morning routine is I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, go downstairs in my office, and I read my morning manifesto as like a mission statement I created for myself. And then I do 3 things of gratitude I really feel it, and I make a plan for the day. And I always review my plan for my life, like 1-year plan, 3-year, 5-year, once a week, once a month, just to see if I'm doing, like what I'm doing is check with that. So I think that that's really just comes down to having a plan, really auditing where you are and where you want to go, and then what are you going to do for it.
Could you please give some details about your daily keto diet, as in what you eat?
Okay, so what I eat is just fish, chicken, beef, eggs, nuts and seeds, vegetables, healthy fats like coconut oil, olive oil, avocados, pecans, walnuts, macadamia nuts. Those are some of my favorite. Grass-fed butter. That was a game changer. Learning that fat doesn't make us fat and sick. It's actually the opposite. So a typical meal, I love like what I call my big ass salads for lunch. Just a bed of greens, whatever you want, spinach, mixed greens, spring mix. And then I'll do chicken thigh or turkey thigh. I'll bake them. We do like meal prep. Throw them on there. Half an avocado, some pecans for crunch, some olive oil, some Primal Kitchen is the brand that I love. Their dressing, and then dice up some tomatoes, onions, things like that. Dinner, simple, nice ribeye or fish with a side of sauteed veggies, and then some extra fat if you want. But there's so much context that goes into the ketogenic diet, and there's a lot of misinformation and disinformation out there, and I've learned that the hard way, and now I'm collaborating with the top researchers in the field, and that's why I do all I do. It's because there's a disconnect of what's reality and what you see in influencers, and lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, they don't tell you the closest walk. And that takes time for your body to adapt to burn fuel efficiently, so that's why I do what I do. So that's a little insight to what I do, but you don't start there. I do 2 meals a day, basically, as well. Put a little fat in my coffee, and that's it. But we don't start there, so I just want to make that very clear. It's a little bit different than that.
Does meditation play a part in your health at all?
Yeah, that's something I was really resistant to for a while, and I learned the things that we're resistant to is the things we need to be doing. And so meditation, I use the app Headspace. It's a guided meditation, and the biggest thing I learned from that was it's not about controlling your thoughts to have no thoughts. It's just they have an analogy that you're sitting on a bench, you're watching traffic go by. Those are your thoughts. You choose which one to jump into. Once I learned that, meditation was just like, oh wow, this is cool. Like I can do this. And I've always said, anything physical for me is a form of meditation, because that's where I'm just singular focused. And so I do practice meditation formally, sitting down, eyes closed, just some nice music on. But I think it shows up differently for everyone. So does that answer your question? Okay, cool.
For somebody who's transitioning to the keto diet, what recommendations do you have for them?
Don't look for shortcuts or hacks, because there are none. The best piece of advice beyond that is just make sure you're getting the fats in. Make sure you're mixing it with a variety of fats. So technically, dipping cooked bacon in mayo is ketogenic, because it's a ratio of fat to protein and carbs. That's not the healthiest thing we want to be eating. So eating a lot of fats, making sure you're checking labels and you're keeping starches and sugar out, which can jump up really quick. But then electrolytes. You probably all heard of the keto flu. That's really an imbalance of electrolytes and hydration. It's not about just eating high fat, low carb. It's about getting your salt in your food, which is another game changer. Learn that it doesn't cause heart disease. It actually does the opposite, and it helps you. And electrolytes, there's supplements out there, things like that. But staying properly hydrated, on top of keeping fat high, not looking for hacks, and more importantly, being patient, allowing the body to do its thing. Because you got to think of where you are now. Any result you want is not going to happen in a month or even 3 months. Think of where you are now and all you did to get there. It's going to take some time. You got to be dedicated to it. You got to think about the work you're going to do for the end result.
What is the biggest takeaway you've had from your entire health and entrepreneurship experience?
Biggest takeaway? I think this is my favorite. Reality is just a manifestation of our choices. We literally are fueled by the thoughts we put in our brain. If we think we can do something or we can't do something, we're going to be right out of the way. So I think actually I changed that. We're all the same. We all experience the same things, and I talk to a lot of successful business owners who make multi-million dollars a year, billion, whatever. They all have the same stressors, the same aspirations to be healthy and happy, to have family and connections. And I think learning that made me not feel alone. I'm like, oh, this is so hard, I can't do it. We're like, oh, they went through it, let's keep moving forward.
What is the one thing you would want the audience to take away from your presentation?
That you're in control of your life, no one else. I thought doctors were everything, and I thought they were dictators, but they're just teammates. And at the end of the day, my success is I hold myself accountable, and I hope everyone else holds themselves accountable for their actions and the reality they have. We can't blame things on people. We can't blame it on X, Y, and Z. That's why you're unhappy. You're unhappy for yourself. And I think also not putting your happiness in the hands of other things or people, I think that changed my life profoundly. Understanding that I'm in control and it's up to me. It may not happen overnight, but it will happen as long as I keep putting the work in.
Out of curiosity, when you're landing a jump, other than not crashing it, where is your focus?
On the trick itself. Super laser focus on what I want to do. Otherwise you do crash and it hurts, especially when you move up and you're going higher and higher. It's not fun.
What advice do you have for students in particular who want to start a healthy lifestyle and build a routine?
So that's real simple. It's just educating yourself on what you're trying to do. I know there's budgets. I've lived out of my car for some time. I've had to make really hard decisions on what food I'm going to eat. And there's a good, better, best scale when it comes to food. And at the end of the day, if you're not eating junk, crap, processed, that's now ultra-processed food, drinking more water rather than soda and alcohol, you're going to be better off than that. And depending on how you want to live with diet, it's just about educating yourself and making those choices. It doesn't have to be organic. Actually, it's been proven that eating organic is going to have less effect on your health than getting your blood sugar to come down.
How vital is physical activity to your mental health?
Oh, it's everything. I go crazy if I can't move my body. And there's so much literature now showing that mental health is actually more powerful than antidepressants or anti-anxiety meds to a degree. I mean, some people don't fit in there, but yeah, moving your body just does so much. And just aerobic exercise as well. There's a thing called BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is a miracle growth for your brain. And aerobic exercise is when you're getting ample amounts of oxygen, so it's not really high heart rate, really strenuous exercise, and just regular movement. You can walk if you're new to activity, but it does so many things for your brain. And like I said, if I want to feel alive, I got to be moving my body. I got to use my body if I'm able to. And knee surgery showed me the hard way that I take for granted that I can walk and run. So.
When you got into the crash where you first discovered the brain tumor, what is something that you would say to your younger self?
I haven't been asked that. That's interesting. What would I say? I think just the things I've learned and shared today, just really focus on what I want, not what I don't want. Because Tony Robbins said best, where your focus goes, energy flows. So if you're thinking about an outcome of what if I don't wake up, think of the opposite. What if I do wake up? What am I going to do? What if I do get that date? What if I do get that job? What if I do make the team or pass that test? What are you going to do? So I think it would be just focus on what you want and less on what you don't want. That's actually what I tell kids right now. So I tell anyone, actually. It's easier said than done, but if you put that at practice, it's just like your brain's just a muscle. You strengthen over time, it just becomes habitual. And that's where morning routines come into play. You're able to prime your brain for the rest of the day instead of waiting for outside suggestions, especially the media, to tell you what you're going to feel and think. So I think I would just tell myself to focus on what I want.
What has been your favorite piece of advice or favorite quote that keeps you motivated each day?
Favorite quote? Is that what it was?
Yes.
I think it's that Jim Carrey one. It's simple, but life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. But we got to choose to see it that way.
For someone who has not gone through such a traumatic experience, where would you recommend finding the motivation to make such a big change?
So this is where it gets controversial, because I don't believe in motivation, because it's just energy, and it's just excitement. I really, like I said, I don't strive to motivate anyone. I want them to change their perspective for their life and take their action. So when it comes from someone trying to find motivation, it's simple. What are you trying to accomplish and why? Why are you going and doing what you're doing? Why are you getting out of bed? Because I feel, especially for myself and people, we get impatient, we get stressed out, we get anxiety, we get depression because we're not focused on what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish. We're just focused on maybe something in the past or a future goal that we're not at yet, and we put expectation around it. So I think really auditing, why you're doing what you're doing is a really helpful way. It's helped me a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.